Hey now, we are upstairs in the new offices of the Sports Card CPA, but not here to talk about CPA or taxes or stuff like that. Take my glasses off. We are here to talk Christy Mathewson. Christy Mathewson, probably the most famous of the 50 autographs that I still need to complete my Hall of Fame run, which of course will never be completed. He's probably also the 50 I need by far the most forged. By far the most forged. The Christian gentleman, obviously he was a devout Christian, never pitched on Sundays, and an outstanding player in the class of 1936, the original Hall of Fame class, with the one-loss record of 373, 188, lifetime 2.13 ERA. Just an amazing, amazing pitcher. And unfortunately, he also passed away way too young. As most of you know, in World War I, he was exposed to chemical gases and eventually weakened his lungs and led to him getting tuberculosis, which he never was able to recover from. He passed away at age 45, again, very young in 1925. So in 1925, I mean, people were not getting autographs. People were getting Christy Mathewson autographs. We'll talk about that. But I mean, if you look at Ron's book and you read it, he said there are no single sign baseballs. And he said there's only 100 Christy Mathewson autographs out there total. And I think the total 100 autographs may be low, but in terms of single sign baseballs, I mean, you look out there and do a search. God, there's probably 100 single sign baseballs out there. And Christy Mathewson, I mean, his autograph changed a lot during his lifetime. I mean, so because of that, when and if the time comes I can afford him and I do purchase a Christy Mathewson autograph, it will definitely be on a signed document. It won't be a cut. It won't be a picture. It won't be anything like that. If you recall, there was a large forgery ring. No, not Mr. Man Cave ring, but before that, here in Michigan, there was a large forgery ring busted up north in like around Traverse City. And one of the items they found, they saw were a lot of Christy Mathewson signed baseballs. So obviously those didn't get out, but obviously the forgery before that did get out. And there's a great provenance story about a Christy Mathewson signed baseballs. Again, we'll talk about all this. This could be a long video for someone whose autograph is very, very rare. I just want to show all the different examples of all the forgeries that are out there. It's insane. It's insane. And I'm not going to say for certain they were forgeries, but based on Ron saying there's really no baseballs of him signed out there that have survived 100 years, I can believe that. And so, I mean, he's been dead 100 years now. So without any further ado, we're going to now take the autograph analysis. Lots of stories. You're going to like these, Hope, of Christy Mathewson. So let me share my screen here. And you know what? Mike Chuckwax Heroes does a much better job of me. So this is interesting. We're going to come back to this. Jimmy Spence himself, James Spence Jr., wrote a signature analysis of Christy Mathewson. And by most parts, I mean, he did a good job. And I mean, it's very interesting in here and everything he used here, all of his examples, and you can read this. I'll try and put a link up here. I'll save this link, possibly put it down below so you can read this. And again, the checks, which were all for the last 3-4 years of his life, by far are the most, I would say, coveted of the Mathewson autographs. If I could have a Christy Mathewson autograph, that's what it would be. They're also one of the most expensive. They've gone from like $5,000-$6,000 now to $20,000. But what's very interesting, I want to come back to this, but I want to put this for a reason. And this is true. He says, these 1 in the 9th books, these presentation copies come under scrutiny for their controversial legitimacy. And he says that he doesn't think they're good. And you know what? I agree. I think all these Christy Mathewson, I can put my glasses back on, are not good. They're all numbered. They're all 1 in the 9th. They're all these compliments of Christy Mathewson. Without even talking yet into the autograph analysis of him, we'll get to next. The funny thing is, you're going to see these certified everywhere. Everywhere. Huggins and Scott. Oh, I wanted to pull it up. Where is it? 1 in the 9th. This just sold this year. Guess who the LOA is from? James Spence. Yes, the same James Spence who said, what's it called? 1 in the 9th come under scrutiny to add a large, they call this large secretarial black pen signature. He calls this a secretarial signature. Yet Huggins and Scott sold one of these copies right here. And this went for a lot of money. and it went for like $19,000. Yeah, $19,000. And the reason I wanted to show this first is now we're going to move to the PSA database. Autograph 21 of 28 in the PSA database is none other than the same 1 in the 9 signed by the secretarial signature. So these are not good autographs. Like James Spence himself, it's so interesting. This is why TPAs drive me mad. He says, okay, these aren't good, but yet there's so many PSA and JSA autographs out there of this 1 in the 9th. So, I mean, again, this is another one. This autograph right here is going up for auction very shortly. It's got a great provenance about it, but the problem is, I mean, I don't know his handwriting well enough, Christy Mathewson, to say whether or not this is good or bad. I mean, you can see it's a little shaky right here. And granted, he died of tuberculosis. But the story of these autographs traces back to Heritage's and the original photographer of this autograph. But again, there's a Joe Jackson that also was sold from this collection, which cannot be real because we'll get to that. But just it's a little shaky right here, as you can see by Christy Mathewson, a little shaky right here. It could be the fountain pen, or it could be not a good autograph. Again, I wouldn't buy anything with Christy Mathewson unless, of course, it was a signed letter. And again, even this right here, I mean, this has pretty good provenance right here. The autograph looks pretty good. Christy Mathewson, a little like Comiskey, goes up, down, and around. You want to see the M, especially later in life, coming over the beginning of his autograph. The S is very interesting. It should be like, it should go up the rest of the autograph as well as come down. The W really comes up. It almost comes to a hard stop up here, then loops up before coming down. And the O is tiny. So, I mean, do I think this is a good autograph? Yeah, probably this is a good autograph. Again, I wouldn't feel completely comfortable buying it. Now, this one is good. And Christy Mathewson oftentimes would sign his name, Matty. I mean, that's just common. Again, they all look like this. It's definitely a good autograph. I mean, I would feel more comfortable buying, for example, this autograph than I would this autograph, believe it or not. And again, you can see it comes down and up. The M drops down right here. The Matty is one line singles, crossbow tees, and the Y comes straight down, as you can see. Again, which is what's common. Again, these are the checks. This is my dream Christy Mathewson autograph for one of these Adirondack National Bank checks. You can see the C comes up straight down, hard C. The H is up here. The M, the Y again comes straight down. The M comes over this. You can see the S comes here, stops, then comes up, comes down below the line. And then the T is like a hard T slash right through the bottom. Again, people thought this was a secretarial signature at the time because you can see this Christy looks nothing like, and the Mathewson looks nothing like what you normally see. Ron thought this says, though, like, listen, even though this is 1901 autograph, this is the way he signed in 1901. It's not secretarial. And the way they could tell is the writing in this had all the characteristics of his writing. Again, most people that are forging Christy Mathewson's autographs are not forging this version. But again, even the W, you can see stops right here. The S comes up right here. The N is kind of weird. It doesn't usually flow up like that. The Y is good. The C is very, let's say, different. So, I mean, again, another beautiful sign check. Beautiful sign check. I mean, these Adirondack sign checks are gorgeous. There's probably 30 to 40 in the population. They go to $25,000 to $30,000, unfortunately, now. Again, now that we have these signed baseballs, and we're going to get to these in a second. And I don't know a good signed baseball from a bad signed baseball. So I'm just going to assume they're all bad because I'd rather err on the side of caution. Maybe that's the CPA and maybe believe in conservatism. Could this be good? Maybe we'll look at a good signed autograph shortly. Matter of fact, let's do that now. Yeah, right here. So this is cool. This was in an auction. This is a Christy Mathewson signed autograph from a benefit game at the Polo Grounds in 1921. Again, this is pictures from 1921. Warren G. Harding, the president at the time, was right below it. And you can see what a Christy Mathewson autograph at the time looked like. Again, you can see the W stops, it comes up, it comes down. A beautiful N right here. The T comes down and loops around. It's a little different than the checks that where the C came up and looped. It starts at the top versus at the bottom. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous autograph. Is that the same autograph type as right here? It looks a little different. You see how the Mathewson curls up, down right here. and it comes straight down, whereas the PSA doesn't come down as far. The M looks a little bit different to me. Again, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. I mean, okay, again, going back to here, these are signed autographs. Again, people thought these were secretarial. They've proven to be good, these contracts. I can't see this right here. It looks good to me, this letter's been around for a while. It's been circulating. I've seen it for sale a couple of times. Again, the lettering itself and the way it's written makes everyone think, like the C right here, you can see is coming down, that it's not secretarial signed. It really is by Christy Mathewson. Yeah, the C here is a little weird to me. The C comes way down, the S comes way up. I don't know the provenance of this autograph well enough to say I would feel comfortable buying that one. Again, right here, this one. So this brother Gus, and we'll show this again. According to Ron, this is not a good autograph. And it's tough to know why. Again, it's a little weird. It's the fact that, listen, there's a couple, two brothers, and there's a photo very similar to this right now up for auction on, I believe, Heritage. So, I mean, just be careful. It's kind of weird. Like this is a 1914 autograph, but in 1914, he was signing more like this down here with the more extended S and stuff like that. Here you can see it's a more compact S as well. The M here should be flowing. It usually doesn't have this hard stop right here. And so, I mean, Ron calls this a forgery. I tend to agree. Again, right here, this is not a forgery. These are like, if you're going to buy something that has an autograph of Christy Mathewson that from his captain days, his years in the Army and World War I, it should be an official document like this, not a letter at all. I want to go through all these, and I'm going to skip the checks, obviously. Again, this one is it's by 1922. You can look at the checks right here. This was his autograph right here. So this is in 1922, and this is 1922. This autograph and this art with the Y, like even with this loopy Y, it just wasn't Christy Mathewson. I mean, could this be real? Yeah, I don't know the provenance of that. I don't feel comfortable buying with this just based on the fact that we know that, oh, shoot. Hold on. We're going to get back to it. Let's get back to it. Again, right here, 1920. See how tight that C is right here? And usually his Y's came straight down. The fact that the Y is not coming straight down right here and the C is real open right here. Like all the, and the S is like real big. It's all this leads me to believe that this is not a 1922. And there's like a hard stop right here. Do you see that hard stop right here? There shouldn't be a hard stop like that in a Mathewson. And going back right here, you can see how it winds around. There's not that hard stop right here. So again, this is another one from 1922. Again, this one, this is another collecting the autograph. I mean, again, 1922, it feels better than this one, but still, I'm not a huge fan, to be honest with you, of this one for the other reasons as well. Again, 1923 autograph still running around. We get the hard S. His signature is starting to get a little bit worse. Again, he's coming, unfortunately, to the end of his very young life. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's good by the provenance alone. Again, you see the W come here, stops, goes up, goes down, around, comes back down. This was very common for his contracts that he signed. It's just a C. Mathewson. And even his personal correspondences, a lot of times he signed C. Mathewson. These are good autographs for the most part. I don't know any really bad. Usually when you see a fake Mathewson autograph, it's not the C. Mathewson, because the C. Mathewson was usually reserved for official documents and stuff like that. And the forgers are not forging a C. Mathewson. They're not going half, they're going all in, not half in, not half-assed that. They're going all in. So again, signed contract 1924. Again, this was probably signed in his home, unfortunately. It's interesting to hear. No, not interesting. I'm sorry, take that back. But again, it's a good autograph. You see how the S comes up, the W right here, and the S and the O circles around right here. Again, if you're buying a Christy Mathewson autograph, you need to be buying an official document. If you have the money, congratulations. Again, right here. Another thing to keep in mind is this goes back. I don't know if we're going to see any here. A lot of the autographs that are in documents are stolen. Look for Fort Fricks and stuff like that. There's a lot of stolen documents from the Hall of Fame. Again, another one where you just signed Maddie. Again, these are all good autographs. And this is what's good about this is if you really want to study Mathewson, you could see he wrote these handwritten letters that are usually very nice. These are all good. Again, right here, this may be stolen. This may not be stolen. I don't know. But again, I think it's a good autograph. That being said, you see the W to the S. And that little circle's kind of a little odd to me. But again, this is what you want to see in a Christy Mathewson autograph. This is obviously real from 1918 during this time. This is probably very valuable. What's interesting, you're still starting to see Mathewson down here. And again, between 1918 and what year was this one? 1925. This is the year he passed away. So it's his autograph. It's not that different. So I mean, just be a lookout for, again, right here, 1924. You see, there's not much gap in that C right there, and the hardest and everything. Not the hardest, the highest. And then we come back to whatever this is, which is no good. So I mean, let's look at autographs that went for sale. We know this is a good baseball. We talked about. I want to talk to. I mean, I talked about this one before. This is from the Geddy Lee collection, and when I talked about it, can we zoom in on this a little? Not only, I think we can zoom in some more here. I mean, some things I don't like about it personally. There's some, and they know that there's markings over it. Like they see how it's blue right here and blue right here. That's not the original ink. The things that I don't like about it, to be honest with you, you see the W, the S doesn't come up that high. If you compare it to the original, what we know is a good one, look at that S right here, how high it comes. Look at this S. It's not as high. Now, it's not going to be every autograph that's going to be exact, but I'm not feeling this autograph. And I don't care if it came from the Geddy Lee collection. It's not going in the Frank Reinstein collection. I can tell you that for sure. I don't know who's JSA. JSA. I mean, JSA does whole videos how great they are on this stuff. There is a Christy Mathewson right now on eBay. If you wanted to buy it, is it good? That doesn't. Jeez, if I know. Oh, guess what though? It's a JSA certified. So it's just weird to me. It's just like, see the hard C right there. Of course, the T is gone. A lot of it's gone. The S should be flowing up, not to the cross. I don't know. It's weird that it's the only autograph that's in a, what was I going to say? It's the only autograph that's in that different ink. Everyone else is in another ink. It doesn't feel right to me. Let's go to this next one. Okay, you can read this article, and there's a whole interview here. Maybe I'll try to link this one as well. And here, James Spence talks about why this is a good Christy Mathewson autograph. But again, I mean, looking at the one here where we know it's good, see how the W goes up to the S and down. This one is different to me because it goes up and swings up some more and comes down. So, and like the ink, yeah, maybe the ink did. I don't know. It's so easy to forge a Christy Mathewson baseball. There's so few that exist. I don't feel comfortable buying any of them. Again, here's another one. Just like, this looks horrible to me. This looks like I don't know if it's good or bad, but I always don't like when, what's it called? It doesn't match as any other ink on the ball. You don't say there's other ink on the ball that's bad, but guess what? The Christy Mathewson's beautiful. So 2020 passed by Joe Orlando. Anyways, who knows? So this sold for $100,000. It says signed first ball of the World Series. I mean, I can't believe someone got a ball at the World Series on game one, asked them to sign it. And it's inscribed in game one of the World Series. That's what that pen is. So, I mean, I ain't feeling it. Ain't feeling that. Again, these are all the Christy Mathewson autographs. Like I did a quick search, Christy Mathewson. And again, a lot of these are just like, ugh. So this is the one that's up on Heritage right now. And again, this matches the Brother Dan one that Ron doesn't feel as good. It's the same picture. But again, the C usually comes up more right here. I mean, just the M comes down. It's like the S is really high right here. Usually, I don't want to say it's fake, but just like, man, it's so crisp. Unless the provenance, this is outstanding, which I don't know if it is. No, there's no provenance. So I would not be buying this autograph. Again, this is another one right here that, again, this sold for $17,000. But no one knows the condition. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, look at that. It's just, I mean, granted, it looks like a Sharpie signed this, but I know it's fountain ink way back when. And this autograph was a little bit different right then. I mean, I would be matching this up to another 1911 piece. But again, there's so many forgeries. The C seems way far out. It should be much closer to this H right here. I'm not feeling that either. Again, okay, here's the other one. So we're looking at, this is the one, again, that sold way back when. Same pose. same whatever photo. So did he like buy a bunch of these and mail them out to all his friends at different time periods? I don't know. It's like one signing at an upward angle that's currently. Let's see if we can find it here real quickly. Sports view lots. I imagine it would be one of the first lots. Let's go to autographs. Here it is. So let's take a look here real quick. Zoom in on this. So it's the same photo. So why would Christy Mathewson sign one up, like diagonal, and one like horizontal? I don't know. It looks like two different inks. Was he keeping a lot of copies of this? Look how high this S goes versus how high this S goes. They're very different heights. So it's just very, and this looks like it was signed yesterday also. Let's go there as well. What do we say that the LOA is from? Beckett. I mean, I like Steve a lot, so I don't want to. I gotta be careful what I say here. It's just, but again, I don't like this autograph. I'll just say it. I don't like it, and this one I don't like either. See, it drops down right here below. It doesn't have a nice flow to it. It looks very like it feels very amateurish to me. I mean, again, this we know it's not good. Like you can see the E. It's just, yeah. You see how the E drops down right there? It looks very slowly drawn or amateurish. Not feeling that. Now, Hunt Auction, real quickly about Hunt Auction. Last year, they got a bunch of stuff in the Mathewson estate, and including some autographs like this one. Like, again, so this one is good. It came straight from the estate. Another one I wish I would have bought was this one right here. It's autographs a little bit more childish to me. I'm sure it's good, though. Just the provenance is bar none. I know the person that bought this. He probably got it for a steal because I know what he paid for it. So again, the S drops up and drops down a little. So these are good. It's a little weird that it flows a little bit to the left and to the right here. See, it's like left here, right here. But again, it's still good just in the provenance alone. Now, moving on here to REA. And again, REA has a lot of baseballs, So there is a story with, where is it right here? This one right here. So we know in 1921, there was a fundraiser there was even articles about it, a fundraiser for Christy Mathewson. They paid tribute to the Mathewson, and in between games, and you can see it right here, the article is attached, that they signed baseballs and they gave out a few dozen. And if I remember the story correctly, Mathewson might have even been there and signed baseballs as well while he was there. And so again, they claim that this baseball is from that game. And they also claim that this baseball is from that game because someone wrote that benefit for Maddie at Polo Grounds by Mrs. John J. McGraw. So, but again, let's look at this autograph. We're claiming to sign as the same day as this autograph. And really, they look very different. But look at the C right here. It's just a C, a plain C. This one has a C with the thing coming down. Again, very different to me. You see how the H right here loops around? This H, again, has the loop, I think. It's tough for me to see, and I can't zoom in anymore. Oh, okay, it does have the loop there. It's tough for me to see. But again, the loop to me even looks a little bit different, believe it or not. See how this M is falling down? Look at this M. It's falling down even more. This slopes down over here. This doesn't have the slope. You see how, but this slope, it goes down, down, down like this. This one is even. And again, there's some other differences. The S is a little different to me. I don't know. Yeah, we can't zoom in anymore. But the S, again, this is what it was unique about Mathewson. This S, see how it's raised right here? This S is level right here. Again, the N drops down further in this one like this than it does here. So again, I don't think the same person signed both of these baseballs, to be absolutely honest with you. But they were both signed on the same day. So it's just very scary buying Christy Mathewson baseball out there. And again, there's more. There's this one here, 27,000, this one, and this one. And like, again, like, look at this, like this one right here. But guess what? It's signed in all different ink than everybody else. Like, what are the odds? So like, this is from 2011. So yeah, anyway, again, signed check, 1925, last year of his life. Again, I think these are good. So that's a lot of Christy Mathewson. 25 minutes on Christy Mathewson. Raise your head if you still made it. Congratulations. You get a prize. Find me at the National. It may just be congratulations, but it's tough. Christy Mathewson's very, very tough. And you got to be very, very careful out there. Like I said, anything that's not a document or has like the outstanding provenance, like from his family, like the hunt auction last year, I just wouldn't touch. We're going to move from Christy Mathewson to Joe Maurer. So as always, thank you for watching. Keep collecting.